All right, so we're working on this Liberty Prevost today. Somebody that put the incorrect spindle in, they don't have it all the way back. And we talked about this in another video. Whoever put this spindle in, they didn't do it properly. This is not the correct spindle, and they didn't get it as far back as it needs to go. So the spindle is sitting about that far, too far this way. So instead of taking it back out and doing it correctly, they tried to make a shim and put in the hub set, which destroyed the hub and ran all the oil out and basically burned up the bearings in it. So not the correct thing to do. So there's a lug nut that has been welded to the front of the spindle, and we've got 2 nuts welded on the side that we're going to be using as puller bolts for. We also made this piece right here. What we did was I got Chris to make this tool for me, and basically what we did was we took a inside drive wheel stud, you can see the right on there, and we pressed it into this bushing. Then this bushing will screw into this lug nut, and then we could take our heavy duty puller and screw into that piece. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to apply some heat to the back side where it's pressed in. And there's the only thing that's holding this spindle in is there's supposed to be a bolt, but it's so far this way you can't even get the bolt in it. 1 bolt in the back. The other thing is it's a press fit, and it's on there. So now we got this, so now once we start heating it up, we can kind of pull on it like that and see if it'll come out. We'll get it warmed up and we'll keep working it and see if we can get it out. Might not be able to get it out this way because, again, this is the wrong spindle. And I don't know how much beating they had to do to get it as far in as they got it now, but this joker is in there. This is probably, I've done a lot of these, and this is probably one of the harder ones that I've had to do so far. It's really in there. All right, start hitting on it. Oh no. Woo. All right, go for it. All right, tighten those bolts up. All right. All right. And go for whacking it again. Let's flip sides again. Yep. All right. Looks like it might be moving. It might be. It's hot in there. All right, so we're back working on the spindle. We're about to put the spindle in. We did get the old spindle out, but we had to take it out violently. So as you can see, here is the remains of that spindle. We blew it out basically with a torch. Had someone come, specialist come and blow that spindle out because we just could not get it out. We've tried several different ways to get it out, but she just wasn't coming out. So right now we're prepping the axle. We're about to put liquid nitrogen on the spindle, get it installed, and he's warming the axle as we speak so that we can get this process going.
My legs are cold.
Are they?
Yeah.
So what we're waiting for is, it'll kind of calm down in a minute. And that's when you know it's reached its temperature. How hot is that? Are you getting that pretty good?
Huh?
Is it?
I mean, it's not glowing, but it's changing color.
Good. All right, when I tell you that I'm ready, you're gonna have to move really fast. So cut the torch off and get out of the way. All right, go ahead and move. As far back as it can go. Yep. It's all the way in. That's it. You can't move it. Huh? Well, what you can do, if you're feeling brave, touch that back there, then quickly touch that right there. Yeah. You cool off. Yeah. Yeah.
Lose your hand both
Yeah.
two different ways.
I'll see if we can slide that other piece on.
Just
Too much ice on there. Now we're gonna have to heat this. Go get me the venom. You see how it's working its way down now?
oh yeah.
Yeah, from the heat. That's how heat transfer works. So this thing is super hot and this thing's cold, and it's actually pulling the heat from the axle into the spindle. That's why when you heat the head of a bolt and cool it with water, the heat will move down into the bolt and sometimes free the rust because of this exact process that you're seeing right now. It's actually, the heat is actually coming from the axle, and because this is cold, it's literally pulling it that way.
So that's what shocks the.
That's why, yeah, if you were to take something that's super hot and hold it in your hand and then cool it off in the sink, you better be ready, because that hot will move to the end that's where your hand is, and it'll burn the piss out of you.
Speaking from experience.
Yes, that's a lesson you learn young, and don't forget. All right, so we're back on the Liberty conversion out here. We got the spindle in, y'all saw us do that. We got the hub back on, we got the new brake shoes on, we've already put the drums on. We've got this back on. This is the one that had the messed up hub in it. So this is all back together like it should be and working properly and all that stuff. All right, so this is the old hub. This is the whole reason we had to do everything. I don't know if y'all can see how bad this hub. Who thought this hub was acceptable to put back on is beyond me. You can see where the race has just smoked the inside of that hub. You can literally take a race and just drop it in there, and it doesn't do anything. It's crazy that, and then they had made this spacer because they tried to put that spindle in and they couldn't figure out how to do it. They used the wrong one. It was a little bit bigger. And so they were like, you know what, we'll just stick a spacer in there. The spindle sticking out, that means the hub doesn't go as far in. If you put the wheel bearing in, it would bottom out and you could still, basically move the hub in and out. So they were like, let's machine this spacer instead of fixing it correctly and stick it in the hole. And that's the reason why we had to do all this. And then they thought it to be acceptable to put a hub in there like this. It's crazy to me. Like, look how battered and beaten this hub is. It's crazy. So anyway, So it's back. It's finally back together and working like it should. We ordered a bolt to go in the back, so that's all we're waiting on. That's why you see this washer right here. So we're waiting a bolt. So that once that comes in, this is done, we'll be able to put the tires back on and the tires don't have to come back off back here. So I'm very excited about that. So now they're wrestling in those radius rod bushings, and once they get done with that and replace that steering stabilizer, they will be able to put the front tires back on this Liberty Coach. All right, so the reason we're changing the bushings is you could see they were dry rotted, and you could see kind of like all cracked up, and that's the screwdriver mark right there. So we're finishing up the front end on this bus. We got all the radius rod bushings installed. Everything's torqued the way it's supposed to be. Now we're changing the steering stabilizer. So I'm gonna get in here. All right, that's one end. Let me crawl my big butt over here to do the other one. Until it's leaking, look at it. This one's not doing anything. Got hardly any resistance on it. Whereas this one, I can't even pull it out. You see the difference? Right here, when I set that bolt. Yep, that one. Thank you. All right. That's it. Done.